Hey, great to have you. Welcome to the program. Thanks, The Joe Pag Show. Great radio stations across the land. Newsmax TV, iHeartRadio, JoePags.com. It is a Thursday. I'm feeling all right. Uh-huh. Say what? Ba-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Seems I got to have
Exactly right.
change of scene.
Huey Lewis,
Every night I
the Joe
have
Cocker arrangement,
strangest
the Dave Mason
dream.
classic, Feeling All Right.
In prison by the way,
Thursday, almost Friday.
could have been
The weekend's almost here. This is how we
left
do.
here on my own.
Well, most of us anyway. Carrie
So
won't
it
sing along
seems
No, I will
because she
not.
doesn't
I
care.
got to leave
I do
before
care.
I
Lots going on. David Horowitz at the bottom of the hour will have that for you and all the Trump
Want someone
allegations, but
to
not before
lock
we
the
sing
door and
on a Thursday. Let's go.
took the key. You're feeling all right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not feeling too good myself. No.
Put the earpiece back in.
Yes, sir. You're feeling all right.
A little harmony for you on a Thursday.
I'm not feeling too good myself. No.
Bop, 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 bum, bop, bop.
Boy,
And we bring it because it's been brought in, and the people want it to be brought in. David Horowitz has a book called The Black Book of the American Left. It's a volume 7 is what he's on now. The Left in Power, Clinton to Obama. And he's going to break down what it is that we're facing in our society, why our value system has changed, and so on. Carrie, what's going on? Anything good?
Oh, not really. I'm just working to Friday. You know what I mean?
You're working to get to Friday? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah.
Big
I'm working to
plans
get to
on the
Friday.
weekend?
Football. All football.
Not
Homecoming
me.
this weekend.
No,
I know.
Look at that.
Oh, I'm talking about high school
So,
football.
homecoming and the big homecoming game. Normally, the homecoming game is more of a pushover, is it not? I mean, they're like, well, we want to win the homecoming game, so we'll play some really crappy team, right?
No, that's not the case for us.
That's not normally?
No.
No?
No. Mm-mm.
Huh.
Nope. No,
It's
no, no.
interesting.
Nope.
Okay. So, when we had homecoming, I was never in the homecoming court or anything like that because I was in the band. I was too busy. They wanted me to be the home. What?
Oh, really? But you were too busy for
I was very busy.
to be homecoming king.
That's right.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have
Uh-huh.
been the man.
Nobody's buying that.
There is a lot going
for a
on,
second.
and there's a lot to get to. We also have very stupid stories. I kind of like to start out with a stupid story, but this one's so stupid. I'll hold it for a little while.
Oh, wow.
It's
That's
another.
stupid,
It's
huh?
another sign that our value system doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, no.
And again,
Give us a
our,
hint.
our culture, our value system doesn't matter because there might be somebody who's not from our culture or doesn't have the same value system in the mix, and therefore we need to stop doing what we normally would do to make the other person not feel bad. So make the
sounds
entirety
pretty
of everybody
stupid.
feel bad except for the one person now feels good just to prove some sort of a weird point. It's very odd.
All right.
You know what I'm
Can't
saying?
wait for that. Hmm.
All right, so the allegations against Donald Trump continue to come in, and they continue to come in because, as we know from the WikiLeaks leaks, or the dump, I guess 2,000 more emails say that people are sifting through. What we know from this dump is the media and the Clinton campaign are one and the same. They quite literally are one and the same. They're colluding, they're coordinating. You've got Donna Brazil, who, again, follows me on the Twitter. Thanks, Donna. Claims that she didn't do this, but there is an email showing that she had a question that she thought that Hillary Clinton would have a hard time with in a debate against Bernie Sanders, and somehow got the question to the campaign before it was asked, and it was about the death penalty, and they ended up asking almost verbatim, word for word, the question during the debate of Hillary Clinton, and she had a really great, canned, ready-to-go answer. There is collusion. There is coordination to get rid of Bernie Sanders. There's collusion and coordination. I would look. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and make the leap that Anderson Cooper asks the question at the last debate, about Donald Trump in the video from Access Hollywood from 11 years ago. What you're describing there is sexual assault. Is that something that you do? Have you done that? And Trump eventually says, well, no, of course I haven't done that. And his saying, I haven't done that, somehow gave women the strength who have been holding on to a secret for 30 years to now make allegations against Donald Trump. I just want people to understand, because Anderson Cooper asked the question, and because Donald Trump said, no, I've never done that, or I don't do that. That was what gave them the push to then write articles and come out and talk about things that that allegedly happened 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 13 years ago, 30 years ago. So let's get people caught up. Again, if you don't know who Carrie is, you should. She's an important part of the show, some would say.
Aw.
I had to add that in there.
I should have known.
But
it
she's
was
my
coming.
news anchor and does a great job doing that. Everything else sort of dead weight, but a great job with being a news. I don't think I've ever called you dead weight before.
Jerk. I
That's kinda
know.
rude.
Wow.
Even I
I'll
think that's
say.
rude.
Dang.
But Carrie, if you can, give us the update,
All
the
right.
latest allegations, and then I'll actually have some audio and we'll have some video for those watching on TV of Trump's response. Go ahead.
From the Associated Press by Julie Pace and Kathleen Hennessy. Several women levied allegations of sexual assault against Donald Trump on Wednesday in a series of interviews, adding to the already damaging revelations about the Republican presidential nominee's aggressive sexual comments about women. Trump's campaign dismissed the allegations as having no merit or veracity, and it attacked one of the media outlets that published the women's accounts as acting on a vendetta. In a letter from his attorneys, Trump demanded the New York Times retract what it called a libelous article and apologize. For the New York Times to launch a completely false, coordinated character assassination against Mr. Trump on a topic like this is dangerous. Jason Miller, Trump's campaign spokesman, said in a separate statement, to reach back decades in an attempt to smear Mr. Trump trivializes sexual assault, and it sets a new low for where the media is willing to go in its efforts to determine this election. A story published in the Times said Jessica Leeds, 74, of New York, told the newspaper she encountered Trump on an airline flight 3 decades ago. Leeds says Trump grabbed her breast and tried to put his hand up her skirt. Quote, he was like an octopus, she told the newspaper. His hands were everywhere. Rachel Crooks of Ohio said she met Trump at Trump Tower in 2005, age 22 at the time. Crooks said Trump kissed her directly on the mouth against her will. Trump denied the accusations, telling the Times none of this ever took place. The letter from his lawyer said unless the paper removed the article from its website and ceased further publication, it would pursue all available actions and remedies. Separately on Wednesday, the Palm Beach Post in Florida reported that Mindy McGilvery, 36, told the newspaper that Trump groped her at his Mar-a-Lago estate 13 years ago. People magazine reporter Natasha Stoyanov also posted a story about a 2005 incident at Mar-a-Lago where she wrote, Trump was pushing me against the wall and forcing his tongue down my throat. The Trump campaign said there was no merit or veracity to either story.
All right. So that's the update. This is the angle they're going to take. They're going to keep on. And again, there's collusion here. There's coordination here. Unless there's just an amazing coincidence that Anderson Cooper asks the question. He says, no, I haven't, and no, I don't, or whatever he said. He denied, acting out the words that he was saying to Billy Bush when they were yucking it up, acting like idiots on the bus. Now the stories come out. And the reasons, I read the piece by the former People magazine writer. And in reading that piece, you hear, well, I had to say something because when Anderson Cooper asked him the question, he said, no, I don't do that. I want to make sure I understand. Mm-hmm. So let's just be logical. And again, 5 daughters and a wife, 3 sisters and a mother. If you've been sexually assaulted or assaulted in any way or touched in any unwelcomed way, women, girls, tell the authorities immediately. Immediately. I'm not lessening the action. It's disgusting. I am not at all saying that this doesn't happen, because obviously it does happen. We've got a problem in society where rape exists and sexual assault does exist. Now, I wish I could snap my fingers and make them go away, but I can't. But I will work hard to advocate for women and girls for as long as I'm alive. Having said that, I need to make sure I understand. These women, whether 30 years ago or 13 years ago or 10 years ago, these women all allege that Donald Trump did these things. Let's go through the cases, and I'm not going to name their names. I'm not here to say I know their background, and I'm going to go down their history, and I'm going to sully their name. I'm not going to do that. Let's just take the allegations they're making. Let's talk about the one from 30 years ago. I saw this woman give an interview on television, and I saw her say that he was like an octopus. But there was two things that she said that jumped out at me. Number one, I've been lucky enough, and when CNN or Fox or somebody would fly me to New York to go fill in, and do some things, they would fly me first class. I don't think I've ever bought a first class ticket myself, A, I'm really, really cheap. And B, I don't know, coach is fine for me. I mean, again, if I have the opportunity to sit in first class, I will, just as anybody would, but it's not something that I seek out. But I've sat in first class. Now, I didn't sit in first class 30 years ago, but I've sat in first class, and the big selling point of first class, there are three things. All the booze you want, and I don't drink, so that didn't help me. You get a nice hot meal, which I have enjoyed, and there's extra room. You're not elbow to elbow to the person next to you. There's extra room. In fact, there's a big partition between the seats many times. And the woman says that Trump lifted up the partition between the two of them in first class, which, again, I don't know that really could have happened, because there isn't one that's lift-upable, if you know what I mean. And then just started groping her chest. And something she said later, did you see her comments, Carrie?
No, I just read about him.
What she said later was, all right, whatever, fine with my upper half. Almost like it was no big deal that he was groping her breasts. Mm-hmm. But when he went, between my legs, that changed everything. I'm like, what? Mm-hmm. So again,
weird.
Do I believe that she believes it happened? Maybe. I mean, was Donald Trump a name 30 years ago enough to where she would know who he was? I mean, she acted like she didn't know who the young guy was. But there are a couple of holes in that story that just don't make sense to me. And you know me, I'm a common sense guy. Two of the other occasions allegedly happened. One was getting ready for an elevator at Trump Tower.
Right.
Now, again, I've been to New York many, many times. I'm from Metro New York originally. Trump Tower is a very, very busy, very well-visited place. This is while The Apprentice was being produced, and it was being shot in Trump Tower. There are nonstop people at Trump Tower, especially, I mean, from what I understand, it was during the day. Nobody saw him, thrust his tongue down her throat. She's got to have 18 different witnesses, right? But you're just hearing, well, she says, it happened just because it did. Now, Trump today talked about it on the campaign trail. Oh, and as far as the two occasions at Mar-a-Lago, I don't know about the one occasion, but the one where the writer says she's actually interviewing a pregnant Melania and Donald Trump, and as soon as Melania walks out of the room, he throws her against the wall and starts kissing her. I mean, what? And then she was so distraught that she decided to take a massage the next day at Mar-a-Lago. And when she got there, running late, she alleges Donald Trump had been waiting for her, but left because she was late, as if he was going to do something there. I just want you to understand, either these women want me to believe that had Anderson Cooper not asked the question that night, they would have remained silent. Carrie, this is what I'm supposed to believe if I listen to what they say. They only came forward because Trump lied and said he doesn't do this.
Right.
So if Anderson Cooper doesn't ask the question, they never come forward, I guess. Or I'm supposed to believe if Anderson Cooper said, do you do this? And Trump would have said, yeah, I've done it. Then they still wouldn't have come forward because he didn't lie. Is that what they want me to believe?
I'm not sure.
I mean, am I being logical or am I being stupid?
Well, no, you are. You are. Because it does sound like they only came forward because of the way he responded to that question from the last debate.
Right. No, I mean, the one actually says it. The one who wrote it in People, I came forward because he lied to Anderson Cooper. Mm-hmm. So if he tells the truth to Anderson Cooper, if Anderson Cooper doesn't ask the question, she just keeps this horrible
doesn't say
secret.
Anything at all? Yeah.
I don't get it. 1-800-383-9624. When we come back, some reaction from Trump on the campaign trail today. He is the first guy, man, in a very, very long time who is not afraid of the media. He is taking them on straight on. Joe Pack coming right back.